In this episode, I am sending messages full of advices from my personal experience to deliver to currently and newly established researchers and graduate students. My name is Hana Hakami, and I was just granted my PhD in cell biology early this year in February 2021. The time I am recording this video, I am passing through some of the most difficult days I have been through my life long, while working on my research career development toward the preparations for professorship to be adequately qualified assistant professor. I don't want to bring you down at the beginning of this episode by saying the fact of the hardship I'm going through. But I think this is one of the very true time. I think recording this episode during this time is perfect, so that what I'm saying is crude, original, and real, to allow you to sense the gross feelings that you may live when you go through this career path, having a full image and a better awareness of what may happen to you and your life as a researcher, including how you can deal with and successfully pass through difficulties on your way. My first message here is, take your time to gain it. Developing a research career is meant to be a difficult and slow process. So live the moment of excitement, happiness, sadness, making up, healing from difficult situations, going through them, but don't live it and spend your time during that forever with sadness. Yes, these days I deeply feel sad for several intensively disappointing situations I have been through as a researcher. Because of a number of people I have worked with made a wrong decision and or follow an inappropriate attitudes and failed treatment toward my sincere, transparent, honest work. Although I know in the depth of my heart, based on my belief in God, that everything will be okay, things will fall in their correct place, and that will turn great. However, I am taking my time to go through these days on which I have been in fire and feel pain. I am taking my time. I just want to calmly take the right moves and decisions for myself and for people whom I have worked with, to have the least damage possible on both sides. If not, the maximum benefits will happen for both of us. Yes, I want to take my time to digest the facts of what I have been experiencing in this phase of developing my research career. However, life is short, is very short, shorter than to put it majorly during my youth on sadness, frustration, and anger, shorter than to put it all in being stressed and depressed, which will go for a bigger regret when I get older and older. Therefore, I am also enjoying the moment and live the joy of having every day I wake up breathing, not dead. Because simply I want to have a happy life for myself as a human and as a researcher. Then I will live it with a pleasure, despite whatever challenges and hardship I face daily. I choose to have a happy life, full of joy and living the moment, because stress will not make my life happier. It will not save my health. It is not healthy at all. Here, I would recommend you to read about stress effect for long term on your body and on your life. There is a TED education video on YouTube on how stress affects your body. I recommend you to watch it, which presents aspects of some side effects for long-term stress. My second message here is, research career is difficult. Yes, research career is too stressful, mentally and physically, plus being unpredictable in terms of research progress in a certain environment and in a given work ambiances. So you need to know your goals every year and set your plans specific to your goals to be able to make the most of them and have the desired progress with less stress possible. Message 3. When you set your goals, clearly set your self-care a main goal in them. Have a real break on weekends when you prioritize your self-care and only self-care. Have your own zone daily where no research work is present. Practice deep breath and have fun. Have a relaxing real shower and pamper yourself with a bath from a while to a while. Allocate a basic part of your daily routine for self-care and make it very specific. Well-identified time. Example, 45-minute walking on treadmill or whatever the workout you are going to do, how long it is and what is the level or type of this workout, which skin or hair care routine you will do, etc. etc. Message 4. Going in either the academic or the industrial path, research career takes a lot of your time and may distract your internal peace gradually without being fully aware of that until you find yourself suddenly in a miserable situation. Therefore, to be able to maintain staying in shape and succeed in this career, learn how to give the sufficient time to work but never overwork yourself. Put a limit for yourself on the daily working hours. Design your daily working to fit the best to you to have a healthy life. There is no perfect time that works for everyone on every day and everywhere around the globe. I learned from living Canada super long summer day versus Canada very short cold winter day that people working are extremely affected by weather for their most productive time of the day to work. Some people are productive when they work during the night. Others can be productive during the day. Just go for the right room of working hours daily that allow you to have a healthy, happy work life. For me, my best working window falls between 7 a.m. and 3 p.m. I still work overnight sometimes or switch my working hours per the day circumstances. But the main message here, never kill yourself by overworking. If you continue doing that, you will damage yourself and you will break down eventually. Message 5. Maintaining an outstanding financial support during research career development is a big challenge. That brings a high stress to surely sustain your research funding and making livings. Therefore, when you start looking for a research lab, make this one of the main points to evaluate your direction toward working in this lab. Double check that. Do not allow the excitement of receiving an approval or a positive answer from a research lab leader or a PI blind you from knowing the certainty of the financial support during your whole stay in that research lab. Make the agreement clear between you and the PI on this. Ask what is the plan to ensure a solid funding for your research project and for having a good income provide you a good quality life. You deserve to be well paid. You don't deserve to be on the minimum wage or underpaid. You don't deserve to stay on the uncertainty side regarding your financial situation. That comes with lots of struggles. Unfortunately, there are PIs who accept applications and hire students and researchers with no funding or at least no plan for a sustainable funding, a sustainable financial support for the accepted students and researchers until the completion of their studies. The worst will come when you find yourself you are actually slaved by that PI. and they are using their power in what's called a reference letter that may destroy your future due to the conflict of interest and the poor financial support. Also, there are some PIs who have very good and strong funding, but they are very cheap and make the student and lab members' life very poor. They are really mean about supporting financially their lab members. This point was one of the things I wish I knew and have it highlighted before starting developing my research career. And honestly, nobody told me about it. Message 6. From the list of things that I wish I knew before starting my research career journey is that the scientific research field is full of beasts, unfair researchers, and oppressive PIs. Initially, scientific research is meant to be to explore and have fun with science in a transparent, reliable research work, giving honest data analyzed far from bias. Yes, research career is meant to be difficult, but also meant to be fun. When I was child attending school, I gloried science and the sacred nature of scientific research. One of my big dreams was to wear my lab coat, gloves, goggles, working with the test tubes with lots of fun in the lab. Then I sit in meetings with my co-workers, expressing my experiments, work leads, opinions with unlimited freedom that are going to be welcomed and respected, as well as supported and appreciated with a group of figures in science. Now, after working in research for almost 15 years, since 2007, and more specifically, after I have been through research career development in higher ranking research institutes and graduate schools, I accepted the fact about this career field has lots of unfair, oppressive scientists recognized officially as PIs. You know what? I was actually lucky at the beginning of my journey in research career development to start working with very respectful and excellent PIs and very respectful and excellent researchers whom are both kind and hard-working people. The people I started working with them at the very beginning of my research career journey were reliable scientists. Until this day, I have been very proud of them. They made me love my being a young researcher. I was very tiny and little in research field. I almost knew nothing about the real life of research, and I did not have the full image of the research work nature in a lab, either wet or dry. They never treated me like naive, nor they tried to spoon-feed me. They respected my excitement and kindly corrected me when I do a mistake. They showed me the way to be a researcher with a full respect. After all of that, and what I have lived and seen, I have witnessed by myself as a young researcher, I'm going to advise you from here the following. Search well your future lab before committing to the work with the PI of that lab. Ask previous lab members about their experience in that specific lab. Reach to former and current lab members for their opinion and what is really expected to have when you join that lab or when you enroll in a certain program or a research project. Find your niche before you officially committed to it. Otherwise, if you just run to catch up a certain timing that you put in your brain, overwhelmed with being excited for receiving an approval or getting a positive response to join a lab without making sure this lab is the right research lab for you, you may find yourself all of a sudden stuck in a research lab and a project that is almost impossible for you to make a progress in a healthy manner. You cannot bear the burden of working in a research lab or a project that you don't find yourself in it. So you should find the very specific lab and research group in which you are going to be well positioned in it, finding yourself developing a better version of you. This research lab will set you apart, in which you can find success and fulfillment with peace, surrounded with that circle of good, fair researchers, feeling well respected and accepted as your sincere hard work and continue. Message 7. When you are still small in research world, you need to understand that research career is meant to be slow. Don't try to jump. You will fall down and may break a rib. Also, don't jump on other people's shoulders, other people hard work. Don't allow other people to jump on your shoulders without having your name recognized in the research work. Learn very well your copyrights. Don't bring yourself down. Also, don't allow that to happen to other people because of you. Some people, when they are small in research world, they become predatory when possible to grow their names faster in research on the top of other people's hard-working credits, and unfairly share those people's credits equally, if not even more than equal, to the people who really made this work done and who really deserve these credits. The worst happens when these declined attitudes are supported by the lab seniors and PIs. So, rethink before starting working in research field the labs that you are considering to work in them. Check always if they are predatory labs and toxic. Also yourself, don't be greedy and predatory. That will cost you expensively sooner than later. Message 8. Scientific research is meant to be based on transparency. Never regret being transparent about your work and data. Being transparent sometimes will cost you a deep pain, but it will always keep you safe and away from the dark side of hiding the truth. So don't worry when you are very honest, direct, and transparent about your work and collected data. Don't doubt yourself and stand for your transparency. Message 9. Don't be only a researcher. During research career development, you may feel like depressed and very lonely after a while working in research field. So it is a very good idea to be something else beside being a researcher. Be a swimmer, a hiker, a dancer, and a cooking lover. Be a mother, a sister, a daughter. Be a friend and a wife. Be a plant gardener and a book reader. Be a traveler. Be a multi-language speaker. Don't be only a researcher to be able to survive this difficult career with a big success and a life full of joy. Message 10 is my last message for today. Being a researcher requires from you to maximize your brain and mental faculties, to maximize your brain function. You will overuse your mind. You will think a lot every day, even in your dreams. So don't worry if you forget, and when you forget a lot, including your own work, what you have done. It is okay to forget, but this is a sign of a tired brain. You need to sleep well. Take the needed supplements to help you to focus after consulting your health practitioner. Help yourself to stand healthy physically and mentally. This is always a big message. However, regarding my last message about forgetting a lot, you need to write and document your work very well. Document everything. Why you decided to go with a certain analysis, a certain experiment, a certain concentration, a number of repeats, why you choose a data set over than others, and why you choose a specific statistical analysis versus others. Have a well-organized and detailed notebook, preferably an e-notebook, that you can easily search and find your keywords in your written notes and research diaries. Here we came to the end of this episode. If you find it useful for you, give it a like, write a comment, tell me what you want me to discuss in the future episodes. Please share this video with friends and family. Subscribe to my channel, it will help me to grow. Thank you for watching and take care of yourself.